Surely Raddy not a sponsor on a Chelsea shirt? What's poppin', friends? How's it going? Welcome back. Come in to the studio. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan, and as always, I do hope you're doing well. Really do hope that. And welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's been said about the Blues, giving you my opinion on it. But I nearly got it. I haven't said this line in so long. But as always, more importantly, asking for yours. Yeah, man, we're going to speak about the sponsor news. £60 million a year deal on either Riyadh Air, Qatar Airways. Chelsea negotiating a big money sponsorship deal because it looks like they're going to be in the Champions League again. We're going to learn about that. A website of footy headlines, and they are citing tweets from @Lou_class, which is a football business account that everyone follows for football business news. Also a little bit as well on Axel Disasi, French publication, saying clubs are looking at the defender, and I'm sure Chelsea fans would sanction many would sanction an exit for Axel Disasi, who, by the way, has been wearing the captain's armband every now and again at Chelsea. So we're going to get into it today. It's apt that I give the long-term spiel because I'd like to say also thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. The OG members of the GOAT Gang will remember all the lingo, and I'm thinking and considering of finally, after 5 years of people asking me, releasing some merch. It won't be immediate. I'm just making some inquiries. You might have seen it on the community tab. For lots of people who've asked me over the years I've done this, like, you know, are you going to do some merch? Like, I didn't want to do it early doors because I just thought I've only been doing this for 18 months and I don't want to just suddenly come out with merch. But for people that have followed me for years and years and wanted it, yeah, it looks like I'm going to do some GOAT Gang stuff, maybe some football therapy stuff, and yeah, that will be an interesting thing for us to do together. But today we're going to get into Chelsea news, so thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. If you do choose to subscribe to this channel, you should hit that. It's early. Sweet bell, baby. Yeah. Alright, mate. We're going to get into this transfer story first. This is coming from it's an exclusive from RMC Sport. This is a translated article, so it might sound a little bit weird. Let's see what they're saying. Lacking playing time at Chelsea, Axel Disasi's situation is of interest, according to information from RMC Sport. 2 European bigwigs have already made inquiries about the French international defender. It's been a year and a half since Axel Disasi came to Chelsea. Could be packing his bags, lack of playing time, yada, yada, yada. He's 26 years old, so he's one of the older lot in the Chelsea team. He's from Monaco, of course. Starting only in the Conference League. He has been wearing the captain's armband at time, though. He is referenced as a leader, but that doesn't mean you're untouchable. So Juventus and a big German club have made inquiries about him. According to information from RMC Sport, Juventus Turin, a big German club, have made inquiries. He's still under contract till 2029 with Chelsea. Disasi is estimated about 30 million euros on the transfer market. Yeah, I have a feeling that after 18 months, after Chelsea learning about who they want, who they don't want, if someone waved their 30 million euros underneath our noses, we'd be like, yes please, thank you very much, and take it. Or maybe the Chelsea might originally ask for 35 million euros, but I think if someone truly takes his wages, offers his 30 million euros, I think we look at that and we look at, you know, the likes of Joshua Champong being a first team player who can play centre back as well as right back. You know, maybe we're looking to buy someone else that is more appropriate for Enzo Maresca. I don't think I've got nothing against Disasi. He seems like one of the boys. He does seem like a leader. He was one of the important figures in the dressing room for brokering peace with the Enzo Fernandez situation, which is, you know, apt because he's a leader, he's senior, and of course he's a black Frenchman as well, so he was been one of the ones affected or potentially offended by that whole scenario. Yeah, so nothing against him. He seems like a good guy. I've watched a lot of the social stuff. I liked that dinner he went on with Malo Gusto on the Chelsea channel. That was pretty funny. Seems like a good dude. he also put in like an amazing performance at the Etihad. He's not completely useless, but let's be real now. We're at a point where we look really good, actually. And Chelsea are trending in the right direction, looking really good. And we have a freedom that's afforded to us to make sure everyone's really, really good and appropriate. So we'll see what happens. Let's move on. Right, sponsor. Something we don't have. And we might not have for the entirety of this campaign, which is mental. But footy headlines here. Chelsea reportedly set to sign a new front of shirt sponsor for the next season worth up to 60 million quid per season for both men's and women's team. Interesting. If they qualify for 25-26 Champions League. For reference, the last deal we had with the number 3 on front of our shirts, that was 60 million quid a year. Okay, and that was a few years ago when we signed that. That was after the Yokohama Tires. So you'd think, yeah, inflation, it should be more now. But actually, since then, we've got worse. I know we did win the Champions League wearing the free sponsorship, so they would have been very pleased about that. But I suppose before they gave us, we relatively recently won the Premier League, under Antonio Conte. You know, we were still the biggest club in London in terms of commercially at the moment. I'm not arguing with Arsenal fans right now, but, you know, our only team in London with a European Cup. You know, even though we hadn't won the second at that point, we were big. We'd recently won a European competition against Arsenal, winning 4-1, you know, Chelsea sort of, you know, Southwest London, best real estate in England, mate. You know, European pedigree. They were like, we'll give you 60 million quid a year. And obviously, excuse me, I got hay fevery vibes today. / cold. Since then, we've been in the friggin' trenches, bro. Obviously, you know, the sanctions, the Graham Potter mid-table languishing, the uncertainty, the trenches. So to, you know, work our way up to an agreement of... Because remember, 3 gave us 60 million a year because we were a Champions League club. And seemingly, this is what new sponsors are. If we qualify for the Champions League, this is the deal we will get, right? This is what the story is saying. So the 2 big options at the moment are airlines, Riyadh Air and Qatar Airways. That's where the money is. According to Luke Last, Chelsea are currently in talks with a number of potential companies to become the club's front of shirt sponsor. Oh, wow. Okay. So Chelsea are expecting 20 to 25 million pounds for the remainder of the season. So it's not just next season and onwards. It will be 60 million pound a year. That will be like the rate. And even though it's half the season left here, you get a discount because we're not in the Champions League, you know? We're looking good. We are playing in Europe, so that's got to be worth 20, 25 million quid, mate. But I'm surprised it's taken them this long. They obviously wanted to sign a long-term deal with a new partner that included this half. Because I was thinking, just do another infinite athlete. Just get 30 million quid. Just accept 30 million, 35 million at the beginning of the season. Just get anything on there. Qualify for the Champions League and then do this. But seemingly, they wanted to annex the rest of this season onto the new long-term deal. That's what it seems like, mate. The potential companies being mentioned include the Royal Airlines, Qatar Airways, Riyadh Air, Turkish Airlines, which are in talks. The remaining interested companies are from the United States. Funny that, of us having American owners. I mean, Bank of America, people have been doing like edits on social media and stuff. But I see it being in Airwaves. There's a reason why they've got so much money. But I'd still want Nintendo, even if their consoles have fallen off and their gaming have. The glory days of the N64 will be forever in my soul. So, heck, let's just get sponsored by Zelda. One for the nerds. Right. Chelsea will also sign a front of shirt sponsorship deal worth £60 million a year from the start of the next campaign if they qualify for the Champions League. Like I said earlier, that's like a big element of it. The recent form has put them in a much better negotiating position than they were at the start of the season. So this is interesting. If they find a new shirt sponsor, the value of Chelsea's new sponsor would make it the 3rd most valuable in the Premier League. So looking here, Man City have 100 million per year, but this is front of shirt sponsorship. Of course, Etihad is the stadium as well, stadium and campus naming rights. So it's everything Man City. Front of shirt, you could say 60 naming rights for the stadium. I don't freaking know, 30 a year, and then campus training, 10 million a year makes 100. But of course, we know that this is currently in court. So obviously, the drop off from Arsenal, because Arsenal have got front of shirt as well, stadium naming rights as well, and training kit sponsorship, which might be like similar to campus, maybe slightly less, but to be nearly 34 million pounds less than Man City, and Arsenal have much more history than Man City. They're a bigger international brand, or I'm saying this as you get much more Arsenal fans in America or in Africa than Man City. So this is come on, this is why they're in court. allegedly, but So yes, I know for a fact this Man United Snapdragon deal, for just front of shirt sponsorship, I've been reliably informed is a really, really great deal for Man United. One they've been working on for a long, long time. £60 million in the current climate. So it just makes you realise how good the front of shirt sponsorship was for Chelsea with 3. Maybe we had other elements of it, but Chelsea are looking to match and be joint third with front of shirt sponsorship. Now, I know Man United aren't in the Champions League, but Man United are the biggest club in England. And to sponsor Man United with their sheer brand reach is incredible. So, yeah, if we do get, either Riyadh Air or Qatar Airways for just the front of shirt sponsorship, I guess we'll still have other different, what's the the crypto and the sports analysis stuff for training kits, but that would represent a great piece of business for Chelsea. And to be in head of Liverpool against their long-term sponsor, Standard Chartered, again, £10 million in front of them, significant. Spurs, for all Spurs' incredible money-making endeavours, and it is, they make more money than Chelsea now every year because of how they've structured the business, but it doesn't come with sporting success, apparently. And then, Newcastle and Villa, fine. To be honest, it's pretty strong from Villa. They've got really rich owners, and they're looking to get better. But yeah, 60 million quid joint with Manchester United. I know Manchester United aren't as good a team as Chelsea at the moment, certainly aren't trending in the right direction, but it is really worth mentioning that they are the biggest footballing brand in, England, and top 2-3 in the world. It's Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United, so it's all worth mentioning. Good news. Maybe they've proven to do some savvy, intelligent work here, keeping their powder dry, holding their nerve until they've got to this point. Like, let's just wait for the form to pick up a little bit more. We've got some superstars, we've got some young bright stars, we've got Cole Palmer leading the way, and we've quite, a cool, cold brand. We've got the likes of, Sancho coming into form. Neto's a great player. Jackson, he's got the streets and he's rising up and he's becoming better and better. We've got these two midfielders now, and Caicedo, the best informed midfielder in world football at the moment? I don't know, maybe. I mean, he's frigging good. Enzo Fernandez, World Cup winner, brand awareness, all this kind of stuff. They're playing well, they're trending in the right direction. Sponsors have suddenly gone, oh, actually, yeah, we want to get a bit of this. It's not Graham Potter finishing 12th with 30 million people in the dressing room and everyone laughing at Chelsea. Everyone's taking Chelsea seriously. Their manager looks like he's pretty cool, calm and collected. And it looks like they're going to be in serious European football. Okay, let's talk. Let's get a piece of this. I want a piece of this now. I want to jump on this train before it leaves the station. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. It's good news, surely. Make money, make money. As well, a little bit of housework, mate. I'll let you guys know what's going on with the merch. I'll put it on my follow me on socials at Football Yannick on Instagram. I'm on Blue Sky as well, but follow me on Instagram at Football Yannick. And there'll be a sort of pre-order drop eventually when I get some merch done. But I want to make sure it's quality, and I want to make sure it's stuff that you guys have wanted over the years as well. But yeah, don't worry about that. In the meantime, just thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Do come back every day. Of course, I'll be back after the game tomorrow. So keep it locked, turn the bell on, and I'll see you very, very soon. Hopefully. Alright, peace.